Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My draw, Wandering Pict, Tintunison. That's how you pronounce your name. Welcome in, guys. We're going to continue right where we left off. Right there. I told you we'd start exactly where we left yesterday evening. Actually, I think we went almost to midnight, maybe. So we're going to continue assembling this Dreadnought. And I believe my next step is some little chest weapon type things. So we have some 3mm by 1mm magnets, nicely labeled. And we're gonna start popping these weapons off the sprue. So let's find out. We take a few steps back. All right, we have our photonic incinerator and concussive resonator to put together. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday, everybody. We'll scoot you over there. We'll put our safe for work plastic glue over here. All right, let's just like 50 pieces. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just four pieces. 35, 34, 35, 36, 37. 34. Overwhelmed? Polishing has reached critical. What do I do with all this? Oh no. You just gotta start doing it one thing at a time, that's all. Seven. I guess just remember there's no like actual time limit for doing your hobby, right? Unless you're like prepping for a tournament or something, but it's okay to be to take your time with things. Let's see, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay. 31. 32. 3 and 34. Let's trim these pieces and get these together. New minis in sequence, also commission. Yeah. Well, I mean, the commission, you're obviously, should be priority, right? But that is the time limit one. But otherwise, other things can wait. I also understand the appeal of ooh, shiny new thing. Goes for yeah. I mean, that's not a bad graduation gift, honestly. I'd be pretty happy to receive Warhammer stuff as a graduation gift. Unless you need like actual things to live, and then it's maybe not the best idea, but. Okay. Anybody else having a busy morning? I've already had a busy morning. Mow the lawn today. I'm already tired. Okay, got those pieces trimmed so. Excuse me. Oh man. All right. That sits there. My Patreon. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Patreon chat. Yeah, so I streamed last night. I'm not going to stream tonight. We're just going to do the Patreon chat, but I'll be hobbying while we do Patreon chat. So get more of these guys together. I think today when we finish the Dreadnought, I think I'm going to mess around with some more tacticals, and I think I might put together some breachers. I think that might be the idea. Alright, we got these two weapons assembled. We'll set them to the side because we'll get magnets on those eventually. And now it's the concussive resonator. So just 3 pieces for each of these. 40, 41, 42. It's too big for your dwindling space. Yeah. That's fair. It's a big dreadnought. I'd say like just looking at the thing on its own, it's not like it's noticeably bigger than all the other dreadnoughts, right? But you know the base is only slightly bigger than the Leviathan base, and we'll get this assembled, and I will I'll do a comparison. I'll go get the Leviathan. We'll put them side by side. Cool. Another empty sprue. We'll see. Like it's definitely got more stature to it, and I haven't put the shoulder pads on it either, so maybe that's part of it. Doesn't look as big because it doesn't have its giant shoulder pads. But just trying to make mine more dynamic. One of my big complaints about the Saturnine stuff in general is they look very two-dimensional. I don't know if anybody else has thought that. They're very tall and wide, but there's not much depth to the minis. And the way GW assembles them and has them, all their studio minis, they're just like standing straight up and down, and they're not like walking forward or anything. And so it makes them look flat. And I don't like that. When I found out this Dreadnought was as posable as it is, I had to kind of jump on the opportunity. Even though I've already spent way more time in this Dreadnought than assembling any of my other Dreadnought. Don't like them flat, yeah. My draw. I'm starting to insist that if you build your minis without all armor options, like giant shoulder pad, you should downsides to your stats. Okay, okay. That's weird. Not me magnetizing everything so it's all WYSIWYG all the time, but okay, so now we're going to work on these magnets before we go any further. And we have this nice strip, and look, I already put the black dot on the one side, not on the other, because this is what I do. Here's what we do here. Pull straight from the colored side here. A little bit of super glue. Okay, one magnet in. Oh no. But lore-wise, yeah. Oh, what? Building the mini using an option from the box is apparently not good enough. Okay, now this side is facing out, so it needs to attract. Let's see, so if I put it, yes, I have to reverse these to put these on. Go on, you. Should be the way for all of them. Magnet polarity always makes me nervous. Make sure I got things right. Okay. All right, those magnets are in. Again, we should be done magnetizing. That'll get glued in. That I think will be glued in, so that should be good. Okay, yeah. Cool. That's the next step done. Let's move on. Back to, let's see, it says we have put the Dreadnought together. We need to put the shoulders on. Okay, we're on the final, like, 2 pages. But I think before we do this, I do think we need to glue these things back together. Something like that. Do we put that back a little bit? I think that's nice. All right. And that way I can rotate the gun to the angle I want. All right. And then let's check out this other gun here. See, do we down more? Really is like the gun is resting, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of like that. That back just a little bit. You can always adjust where things are. Okay. That stuff is on, so we need yeah, okay. All right. the risk of getting the glue stuck, we're gonna let off. But I got the polarities right. Let's make sure we got this side. Yes, we did. Very cool. So those weapons are good to go. Just to give you guys a bit of a preview, this is a big chunker here. And we're gonna do, let's see, it's the front end of them. Put those pieces on. 62, 63. All right. .62 goes on the, what's that, left arm. We're just about done. I think I just have like 4 more pieces after this to put on. Okay. That faces down like that. These pieces. Honestly, not quite sure which side is which. Are they like mirrored, but they're different pieces? I think we can do either side. There's a piece of... Okay, that seemed to lock in there just fine. Let's just come over here and see. No, that's definitely the one. To make sure. Yep, it's good. Okay. As Okay, so that'll go in like that. So, a couple things we need to make fit. There, but glue there. Glue around there. Okay. Not a fan of the big shoulder, but the rework made it look better. Yeah, yeah. The I've never been a big fan of like Saturnine stuff. So, um, we're gonna see, you know, how they look in person and all that. I'm kind of liking this Dreadnought though. I'll be honest. Big shoulders are wonky, but this Dreadnought is definitely growing on me. It's a very cool mini. The shoulders aren't like, they're not crazy big on the Dreadnought. They're big on the Terminators. All right, 41, 42. Okay. Go over here. I believe these are the last pieces we're clipping out for the mini. He's got helmets and chest plates here. Keep this up here just to make sure, but hey, Greenleaf. What's up? And the answer is no. Yes, I did. Okay. That goes right there, and then this piece. Say right there. Okay, so let's put the shoulders on first. Always build. I know. I'm the building dad right now. I'll be back to painting next week.
believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Hey, Cerantis, what's going on? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? Raid and run. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Welcome in, everybody. Dropped a bunch of magnets. No big deal. All right. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Guys, if you're chilling on my stream and you don't already follow Cerantis, please go give them a follow. Show them some love. Check out their stream when they're on next. Okay. So, we got the big boy shoulder pads. We got Mr. I'm Stepping Up. I don't think I'm gonna I don't think a 1 mil magnet is gonna be strong enough for this. So I'm gonna glue this part in. I think it's possible to over magnetize your minis, especially these larger ones, and then they just like never hold. We'll get it so he is pointing right where he's looking. That'll be good. Oversized shit. Yeah, Syrian, yes it is. Quite oversized. It's cool though. It is a very cool mini. So I'm liking it. I'm excited to paint it. I'm gonna add some other things to this mini when I can get the 3D printer going. But minus the little side weapons. Here we go. We got him stepping up here. Top of this tank. No magnets on magnets. What? Yeah, no, we're not just gonna magnetize all the way down. Press at least one kind of force I played in the last edition. I can scrap with the new edition. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Terminators, and like I wasn't a huge fan of like, you know, them deciding to make a 3rd edition or the minis in the box or any of that. After seeing and reading the rules and everything, like I am much more excited for the actual rules of 3rd edition. And I got the set because that's what I do. I buy the starter sets. So, you know, that's just kind of my thing. But, yeah, the Terminators I'm not super impressed by. I'm going to mess with them kind of later. Because I'm playing Thousand Suns, there's a lot of reasons I have to wait to assemble these new Thousand Suns. Custodes can't out. Yeah, well, Custodes also don't have a full book yet, so I wouldn't base all of my opinion on a PDF that came out the other day. You know, that's like a hold you over PDF before the book came out. Aside from like the Libra Astartes, the overall the Libras have been like really good. So, and they seem pretty comprehensive. Like the especially the Auxilia and the Mechanicum both seem really good. Like really high quality stuff. All right, so we got the 2 big minis in this set assembled. I'm going to set this guy down base and all. We never finished painting his base, so that's something that needs finished, but we will do that. When I actually did, on recommendation last night, I pinned his foot, just one of his toes, into this base, so I have a reference of where exactly he goes. So he sits right there, and then we can glue him in after. Maybe pin him in a little more once he's all painted and everything's painted. But the Praetor level characters and allies anymore. Yeah, I mean it's an addition change, right, Syrian? Like there's going to be changes in how you build things. So I get it though. I get being upset about it. I'm really excited. I don't have a lot that's been messed with. I think the one thing as of now without the legacy PDF that I can't technically field is my Chaplain mini that I gave a Thunderhammer, which honestly I feel gross about doing anyway. So you know, I can't field that, but that's going to change with the or should change with the legacy PDF. Otherwise, like, my army is good to go. Okay. We can take this dude. We'll pull these guns out. We have double disintegrator for him, too. Okay. Put these weapons down. Put these down. Yeah. Sucks, man. I'm going to keep painting my Saturnine, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I am looking forward to getting games in the new edition. So. Okay. Next thing we're doing, what do we say? We're going to put some breachers together. That's what we're going to make. We're going to make some breachers. Just to be safe, though, I will get the guide out for these minis. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. We'll make 15 of them. Already said and shown they'll change things in the future. Yeah, I think especially like there was you know, the legacy and some of the errata and stuff is a response to some various complaints. So yeah, I think the specialist design studio is much more responsive to that kind of thing than like, you know, the main studio games. So, you know, if you look at like Old World as an example, Old World people had a lot of complaints how that game played, and there were a lot of issues with it. But GW is really good about, or at least the design studio was really good about addressing that specific stuff. So, and then we need 4. Piece number 4. This brew is much more broken up than the Mark 6 brew. The Mark 6 brew is a dream. You don't need instructions. Oh, it's right there. You don't need instructions to assemble the Mark 6 brew, because each Marine is contained in their own section. And it's really nice. Three each of these poses, and I will just back them one after another here. My local group has been very adamant that, like, if someone's missing something, you just pay the points and you take it. Like, that's all you need. You know, and as far as my 1,000 Suns go, Let's see, that's different equipment. Okay, let's get pose number 2 and number 3. I have more unit entries at the start of this edition than I did in the entire last edition, so I'm eating pretty good as a Thousand Suns player, and the rules, my rules are actually interesting. So 10, 11, 12, 13. That's what we got. All right, there's 13. There is 12. 12 is right here. Okay. Sleep so hard and wake up, it feels like a different year. Yes. Yes, I have. That's amazing. Congrats, Mechius Tech. Sounds like you won the day. Okay, next. 18, 19, 20, and 21. Ah. Oh, I just sliced off a piece of his foot. It's fine. It's alright. Just the bottom part. 21, 19, there's 18. And then 20. Gonna get some temporary bases we're gonna put all these on. Because all of their bases are actually painted already, and so I don't want to mess with that. Okay, last two poses. 26 through 29. 28. 27. 26, and there's 29. Okay, and last pose, 35, 34 through 37. I guess it's just the rest of the legs and torsos on the base. Which would make sense. Anybody got anything fun going on today? Okay. 15 models. Let's start trimming pieces. I had some nice breacher arm STLs, so I'm going to take advantage. These guys' big old shields. Mainly because I don't need 100 tactical marines. So I need to find a way to break these up a bit. Alright, Greenleaf. Okay, man. Too much energy. Hey, Raja, what's going on? How you doing? Out to Gen Con. Oh, cool. Alright. I didn't realize that was... Is that starting today? I didn't realize that was starting today. Shows you how much I keep up with conventions. Okay, some stuff today though. Seems early. It is out in like Minnesota now, right? Like Minneapolis or something? Or is that... No, that's Adepticon. Gen Con's still in Indianapolis. Is that right? I can't remember specifically. Whose foot I butchered. We'll fix you. We'll fix you later. You are from Cincy. Yeah, that's cool. It's really cool. That's exciting. You have fun. Let us know if you do anything, play any cool games, or... Did you sign up for any, like, events or anything, or are you just going to hang out? No mini games, just other stuff. Okay, that's cool. Oh, gotcha. Nice. That's cool. Painting class. That sounds like a good time. $30. Oh, cool. Well, you have fun. Let us know. Let us get some highlights next week. All right, and don't get into too much trouble. Pulling these guys together soon. Get all the breacher arms out. One more pose after this mini. My desk is covered with plastic shavings. It's my reality at this point. All right. Let's glue some stuff. Let's start with the torso pieces. My boss, we need to stop hiring people in perimeter. You are short-staffed. Oh, okay. Yep, yep, yep. Good one. What's going on, Culture American? Lots of reading? What you been reading? Did you guys see the Kill Team rumor? Or the leak, or whatever it was, that Night Lords, Night Raptors, or Raptors and what are they? The Seraphim. That's what they are. The Sisters of Battle, Seraphim, and Raptors and Kill Team. Oh, reading the rulebook in Army Rules. Oh, nice. Okay. Excuse me. Very cool. Sub-factions? Let me pick multiple sub-factions and prime units. Seems wrong. Yeah, yeah. You have to like really read into like every word in the rule of picking like the sub-factions and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Mechanicum. They're always hard to understand, and the Knights, I don't know what's going on with the Knights either. I don't play Knights, and they never really had rules leaks, so... Okay, we got the torsos on. Get the legs together. I think we'll stick these guys on a temporary base after we get these legs glued onto everybody. I couldn't pronounce half the names in the Mechanicum army book from last edition, so it was hard for me. Mono Ancient Paragon of Metal? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's a really nice rule. I do think it's crazy how they drop the points on a lot of the Mechanicum stuff, and like I can see some reasons why they did it, but it's crazy how many units between 30k and 40k are approaching the or have passed the what is it, more than $1 per point of the mini to field it. It's crazy to me. What's it in before? Being nickeled and dimed. Yeah, yeah. I think one of the big reasons why they dropped the points cost on a lot of the Mechanicum and the Solar Ox things is that they're available in plastic now. When people are able to buy mass amounts of models, it feels like they can charge a lot less. Where before, even like the Solar Ox, you know, a lot of their stuff dropped in points, but they were in a place where it was kind of like, you know, this army is really expensive to collect in resin and difficult to collect, so we'll make the minis more expensive, compensate for that. You know, it doesn't feel good when you have to buy the minis now, but yeah, yeah. We had one guy in our local group that was it was like not long before the actual rules came out. It was like maybe the week before everything released. He plays Mechanicum, I think, exclusively. Started collecting him in 2.0. He was crashing out really hard this one random evening. Second. Just about all this crazy stuff. How I can't destroy tanks, and I can't do this, and I can't do that, and all these things I can't do. And he was working on like partial leaks. So like we didn't even have like the full army rules or anything. And he was just freaking out about all this stuff. And it was pretty funny just because we were all like, what? Like, where did this come from? Like, what is going on here? And the other day he got his book and he was reading it and he's like, man, this is so good, this is good, man, this is really good. And someone was kind of laughing at how it was like reverse crashing out He was like pulling himself out of it. It's just really funny. It's like, yeah, it's weird when we tell you to wait for the actual rules before you freak out about everything. Like, it's amazing that when you actually wait for the rules, it's all kind of just fine. We got temporary bases for everybody, so let's go ahead and glue these guys on. Yeah, Armor Bane's a lot different, but yeah, the Darkfire cannon having that is nice. Guys will get some time to dry while we work on the all the shields. I know new recruit is like a beta out. And it's I don't know, it's nice and also not nice. Like, it's cool to start to get a little bit of the visualization of how to build a list, but it's missing so much that almost like I start building a list and I just give up, because I'm like, I can't get a good picture on like the points things cost, or like, you know, I want to check out my detachment, or, you know, I have to go and like flip through a book while I'm doing it, and so like there's a lot of things that are also like really inconvenient about it. Okay, they're on bases. Cool. Let's scoot these guys back. Give ourselves some room to work with. Some 3D prints here. Done with our stick glue for a little bit. We'll need that. With that, what I do need are a whole bunch of 3D prints. All these prints. Yeah, it's super incomplete right now, so I would not trust anything in new recruit. I know they even have like some point stuff wrong and everything, and you know, it's a bunch of volunteers working on making everything, so you got to be patient with them. Okay, yeah, let's start with the shields, and we'll make the hands work with the shields as we go. So let's just start cleaning these up. These are supported really well, though. These were all these supports. Impressed with them overall. They need to volunteer harder. Yeah. They're even talking about it, how you know, someone was commenting like, man, I wish I could help, you know, like if I had better like coding skills, I would love to help you guys. And someone commented that we already have way too many volunteers. So it's, you know, just one more person adding in isn't going to help us get this done any faster. So at this point, it's just need to be patient for a little while longer. Yeah, yeah, it's going pretty quick. And I think what's also impressive about this whole thing is that, you know, Games Workshop, impressive on Games Workshop's part too, they released a completely new edition with 5 army books, like 5 rule books for different armies that cover like 25 different armies in the game all at the same time. You know, so there's typos and mistakes, but there's not as many as, you know, there would be for like 40K release. And yeah, it all seems pretty reasonably done overall. Yeah, then we have like community people actually putting out the army builders in good time. The Wikipedia is, I don't know. They never finished updating 2.0 stuff. So I would not rely on Wikipedia to do that. Oh, how did the abominable intelligence work out? Maybe I should use my Discord AI to build me a Thousand Suns army list. I might try that. There's one part on the shield it looks like wasn't supported. Support, isn't it? Got fused. Enough. Basic guidance, really just add the column up. Drop down list. Oh, cool. Alright, alright. He just hit screen. Spent all that time and then just done with it. Couple more. Start putting them on minis, seeing how they look. All right. Cool, got those done. I'm going to take a break, guys. I'll be back in just a couple moments, and we're going to start putting minis on, our pieces on the minis.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
All right, I'm back. What was loud? Okay. So, we're going to work on getting Breacher arms. Did pretty well. Oh, someone sent a follow. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks for the follow. Sorry it was so loud. Let's hold it pretty. close to his body. Really far off. Okay. What else do we got? Counting down, that looks different. I think there's 5 styles here. It's held really close. It's like way too close to the body, right? That's kind of goofy looking. It's not bad. Okay, so there's 3 different styles of shields. There's one's held super close to the body, like so. Which I'm not quite sure about. There's these ones, which I think are like perfect. Hold them up and they can hold up their weapons. And there's these ones that are held way too far to be holding weapons, and I assume we just kind of hold them down a bit. So, but if we have a different pose, so like this guy's walking forward. He's got this shield right up against his body like that. That might work pretty well. These guys. Another one that's a firm maybe. Yeah, the running forward ones. So if we're down there, so he's kind of got it down, he's running. What about this guy? How does it work on this guy here? He's moving forward. He's like stepping into it. That would quite work, but with the close-in one, he's like really getting in there, isn't he? I do think that this like middle range one is gonna be best by far, but it's good to have some variety. Okay, let's see. That's good. It's like stepping into the If we really want, I think we'll have just one shield for each pose. There'll be a way to change them all up. All be a little different. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to do this. So what we would do, just to make this work, now the other arms, the other side of it will be a whole other issue. Okay. So we have them separated. I think we just glue the arms on, and then I think we work on the other arms while these are drying. I think that's the only solution. Hey, Fulton, what's going on? How are you doing? We're assembling some Mark II Space Marines. Them into breachers. These kind of close-in shields are really weird. Hope there's a good arm setup that goes with those close-in shields. Shields are up. Just so you guys know, these are on temporary bases, so not the their actual bases that they'll be glued to. Are their arms falling off? No, it'll be fine. I also use different super glue to glue them to their base. So I use the cheapo stuff that doesn't hold very well, glue to hold them to their base, and it's just I put a little bit of glue on the underside of one foot. And I use the good stuff to hold the actual pieces to the minis. So. Okay, let's pull out a whole bunch of arms. Be able to separate these. I have just a box of 3D printed bits from this past week or so. I want to say I printed a lot more than 15 arms. That would have been smart of me to do. I like to think that that's what I did. Looks pretty close to 15, so. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Bolter out here just to get an idea. We can trim up these pieces. Fine. Something else that'd be good to check. Okay, looks like the shoulder pads will fit fine. Hey Zen, what's going on, man? How's your Wednesday going? Let's get a couple more of these. We can kind of get an idea of what everything looks like on what. I get going. All right, Raja, have a good one. Enjoy Gen Con. Excuse me, Gen Con. Quite a few different positions for arms here. Oh, power washing the clock tower from Back to the Future. Man, it sounds like a lot of fun. I believe, let's see, is there, oh, here's another position. Oh, is it the actual clock tower from Back to the Future, or is it a does it just look like the clock tower from Back to the Future? Okay, let's see. We have 5 different arms here. Some of these stick out a lot. Let's see. 1. Yeah, that's the one for that shield, isn't it? No. Taking out too much. Okay, jeez. Officially licensed Back to the Future. Power washing. That would be the one. It's just kind of it's at a weird angle. That's funny. I think this outstretched one works with this one, so that works with that one. This works with this one. Maybe we'll put some of those arms up. And these ones they just don't, unless we're like sticking his arm all the way out. Just putting his whole hand through the shield. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a Patreon hangout tonight. I might be starting a little later, but the goal is to do it. So if I do, let's see. Another really curled arms. Other one. Let's go there. We'll go over there. Okay, I think those arms need to come up a bit. These ones are an issue because I don't have arms that go with these in particular. That'd be really good, but the bolter hangs out a lot. Is this a thing for normal breachers to just like stick their entire bolter through the shield? Because that doesn't look right. look. Yeah, it's just gonna straight up look better on these ones. I think I have to snap these ones here. Yeah, we're gonna re-glue these shields on because they're gonna be our more fire position guys. Did not expect that, but I guess when you're dealing with a whole bolter, that's some room you need to work with. And then we got the Saturnine Dread finished. It looks really good. I'm happy with it. Yeah, give me a second. I think by the end of last night, I think I had the foot on, like everything was together. We'll glue all those on in a minute. Let me grab his base. And then the actual mini. So there he is. His feet all touch. And I have the chest weapons magnetized, but these ones are also... Just right now, the paint will... Primer and paint and varnish and everything will... Tighten all that up, but... That's funny, the weapon just like dangles. But it should be pointing where he's pointing. We can... stick that off to the side. I wonder if these are different. Yeah, it's definitely more of a centerpiece mini. I don't know. You know, I might field it once or twice. I don't think it's going to be like a mainstay in my army. There we go. Alright. So, he's shooting. He's stepping on a destroyed turret. It's a good time. Big Dreadnought. But yeah, and then he has little weapons, little chest weapons are magnetized. So yeah, I'm really happy. I am super happy with it. Excited to mess around with it some more. And to get it painted. I have some 3D printed pieces I kind of want to try to find or print for it. Okay, so let's come back here. Put these shields out and up. We'll put some of these other shields down. Because a lot of them don't make any sense. Don't have a gun that will shoot through the shield. Air bubble. It's glue. Okay, those shields are up. And these shields really can't come down. There's gonna be some of these shields. But they don't come down too much either. Yeah, I don't know. They all just have their shields up. We'll trim some arm pieces and then we'll kind of figure out from there what we're gonna do. So Zen, what are you printing? I have no idea what that is. Borrow from Gundam. Okay. Nice. That's the big orb thing. Okay. It's like 1-to-1 scale. Wait, how big is it? Okay. Huh. Push to 8. Okay. That's cool though. Man, you're so cool, Zen.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Billy Waters, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? I'm assembling parts of my Saturnine box with some accessories here. They're 3D printed. Watch them while I work. Yeah, cool. Did you see the kill team leak? It's Sororitas and Night Lords. Seems interesting. Yeah. So some kind of it's the like Seraphim, except they have like swords and shields. So I'm assuming it's an upgrade box for the Seraphim, but it's like flying themed apparently. Yeah, the Night Lords must be really popular. Same thing. That's the same thing, isn't it? That's the one. Alright. You there. Kill team. Yeah, it's a kill team league. I assume they'll be good to play in 30 or 40k proper, but you I feel like I kind of want to get some more in different arms here. Trim this down. Let's see. All right, Wandering Pig. Have a good one. See you in the Patreon chat this evening. It's better. All right, trim down that arm a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna make all these guys shooting. We'll get some differences in poses and some of the others. Looks like it works. Okay. Oh, that's a cool pose. Don't know if that'll work. That down a bunch. I feel like that almost works, but I still think that that the bolter would stick too far through. Shield's too close to your body, dude. Fire a weapon like that. That's probably the arm there. Okay. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 arms left. Now we have these guys with all their shields real up close to their body. We just have him holding his shield and firing off to the side. It's not like the worst. Works. What I could do, this is an idea. Take the spares, let's see. Well, that kind of works, does it? Let's see. 15 Mark IIs into breachers. That one's still too far forward. But let's see. That one is not. I think that'll work. Because this arm, he was just going to be holding his bolter down a bit. I got the numbers. I figured I might as well go for it, right? Stay there. Okay, so if nothing else, that gives me one extra arm. Yeah, everything else is a left arm on here, I think. Oh no, I got other right arms. That's true. Okay. I do have lots of extra arms here. Unfortunate, a lot of these. Looking a little too close to the body. Let's see what else we got. Might as well try it out. Have a lot of extras. Probably make that one work. Pretty cool, just holding his weapon down. I don't think that'll work if he just has no arms. Just the hand. You, and then last one. Grab another arm here. Where's that, the arm? Figure it out. Weekly one-on-one your manager. Alright, good luck, dude. Alright, I think those are set. Just mixing in some plastic arms. Seems to work out pretty well. Okay, you all go over there. Do these plastic glue ones first, and then we'll get the super glue out. You. Okay, now it's the super glue. Oh no. Okay, all right. Let's cut this out, Minnie. Just constantly trying to compare with the gun to make sure that everything is in the right position. Okay. We got all those arms on. Put these other arms back. We can grab some bolters. Alright, got 15 bolters. Just gonna clean these up. Do have a whole bunch of shoulder pads printed. They finished, well, I cleaned them up this morning. Still need time to dry before I cure them, but hopefully I'll have shoulder pads and everything. It has been, yeah. I had we had those storms Sunday or Monday, maybe. Major canceled your meeting. Oh, okay. And I think our power flickered, but I didn't even think about it until I went to check on my finished print, and it had stopped at some point in the middle of printing and just sat in the vat. So I had to run that stuff through another print, but that was like all my Centurion weapons and like magic stuff that I made. So that was printed, and then the other night I made a print bed with more shoulder pads, and then some stuff to put on the Saturnine Praetor. Kind of the idea. Ball moment, new recruit doesn't have parameters set up correctly yet. Yeah, no, they don't. Man, hopefully tomorrow we get that Legacies document. They did say July, but you have to change everything up after everybody complains, so. They're like furiously adding units into the legacies. Yeah, it is coming down to the wire. Got these trimmed up. I was watching a video on YouTube I was listening to, and it was like one of the like heresy podcast people. They did an episode, and it was like the 5 biggest winners of like Rights of War in the new edition or something. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's really cool. So I had to listen to those 2 guys, and they each gave their own like their own like top 5 list, and both of their lists had Night Lords on it, which was interesting. But the one I thought was funny was there was no Thousand Sons on there, and someone made a comment because like Thousand Sons are like, I'm not gonna say they're like super amazing in the new edition because I don't know, but as far as like a glow up goes, they definitely got the best. But it wasn't on either of their list, and someone asked in the comments, and their answer was, we don't know enough about Thousand Sons to know if it was good or not. Like, you guys run the podcast for this thing. Yeah. Right. It's like everybody knows every Legion except for Thousand Sons. So yeah, one guy, it was interesting. His like number 1 was Iron Warriors, which I know a lot of Iron Warriors fans are really mad because they lost their super OP special rule from 2nd edition, but they traded it for a really good rule. It just doesn't help you kill stuff. That's the only difference. Okay. Let's put some bolters in the hands. Breacher's got his arm. Aren't all Astartes good at killing stuff? Yeah, that's true. Just Iron Warriors were extra good at killing things. Specifically all the things that mattered. Like dreadnoughts and vehicles and stuff. Not gonna fit. Wait a second. That's not right. I don't think that arm's supposed to be on there. We're gonna pull you off for now. Sorry about that. This one not fit either. No way. No, I checked these earlier. Just straight up not fitting. Let's see. We'll see what's going on later. Yeah, it's like story of my life right there. Measure twice, cut once, fail. Why working with plastic is nice. Stop falling off. Would have had a much easier time if I just made these dudes despoilers or something. Or assault marines. But no. I had to make it difficult on myself. Yeah, we'll see. We will see about that. I think it's more the Mark III, but the Mark II were doable. I think there were breachers for every mark. Because the Mark III is basically Mark II, and they tied a bunch of armor plates on the front of it. Yeah, Mark III are like the classic. You can even see on this new Mark II armor, there's like buckles and stuff on the leg plates and everything. Like it's made to be modified. Or space leather. I don't know if it's leather, but there's buckles. Yeah, the Mark III armor also never had any assault marines. And I think that's just because there were never models for it. But people kind of made the lore that Mark III was too heavy for jump packs, which is pretty funny. Whether or not these are frustrating minis, I still feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of them, so. Don't know it. Okay, so what was your deal? Not back far enough? Was that my issue? Put this so that's just saying there's no way I can get this arm in here like that. What about this guy? No, it's not like curled in far enough. Okay. We have to do something else these guys. Let's look in our... I think our arm box has much of those. I'll use that. I have a bunch of plastic arms. I don't think either of these are any good. No. So build the army you want comment and Horus Heresy isn't exactly right. What are you talking about? Is it because I'm failing to build the army I want? Is that what you're saying? Or... I mean, that might be the way. Oh, okay. You're talking about the actual, like, list builder. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't mind more complicated, you know, army building process and, you know, like lots of things to think about and stuff. But like I can't visualize how I'm supposed to build an army here. So I really need like I probably could sit down and write it out or draw it out or whatever, but I'm not doing that. And it's just a process that I have not bothered to try yet, or with any like real effort, because I know it's gonna be complicated. This dude's hand totally fell off. Don't like what you're understanding. No. No, max number attachments is not 4. There is a rule. There is a rule, two ways to easily get more detachments. There's a rule some command units have called Officer of the Line. And I'm not sure who has that Mechanicum. It might just be Tech Priest, or it might be like the Magos or something. Officer of the Line tells you the number after. It's like Officer of the Line, like parentheses, 2 or whatever. That tells you how many extra detachments you get. Like how many detachments you get for fielding that character. For example, Space Marine Centurions are Officer of the Line 2. So if you field a Centurion, you can then field two detachments from just that Centurion. So that's just an easy 2 detachments that you get. I know there's definitely a unit in the Mechanica book that has that. I remember seeing that on something. I can't remember what it was that has it, but something does. The other thing you can do to get more units, there is a prime benefit, and you can only bring this prime benefit once per detachment. So if you have multiple detachments that have prime ability, yeah, okay, so Magos is Officer of the Line too. If you bring, like in your main detachment, you can use it once. If you have an auxiliary detachment that has, a prime ability in there, you can bring it again. It's called logistical benefit, I believe is what it's called. And what that does is it allows you to bring 1 unit of any type to the battlefield. So it's not like it's like part of the detachment that has the prime benefit, but it can be like any unit type. Like you just bring like a heavy transport. Logistics sounds awful Ultramarines to me. Yeah. Ultramarines have their own logistics shenanigans that they can do. Okay. We have a bunch of dudes with bolters. Do we do backpacks next? Or helmets? We can do helmets next. We'll start with these 5. We can grab some out of the box. Not as much a fan of those particular helmets. Looking. Might need to print some more hits. There's 4 and 5. Six. Okay, now where is this? There's a sergeant helmet. There it is. Let me see what this sergeant helmet looks like. So you're the sergeant mini. I cut the bottom out of it. Yeah, that probably works. Just the sergeant helmet. One other thing I want to check. Is it one of these? And that doesn't fit super well. but I think if we stick to the sergeant helmet, that's 7, 2, 4, 6, 11, 12. So okay, three more regular helmets. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Should be 15. We'll clean them up and then we'll distribute helmets. Yeah, culture American. You also got to look at like the faction specific, the sub faction specific detachments. So, I think in general, you can get just about anything you want in your army to a degree. With the caveat that you're going to be taking a few more commanders than you would have in second edition. I rarely took even 3 characters or more than 2 characters in second edition. That one up, all right. I do think this guy is a good leader, so let's glue that head in there before we continue on. Kind of mix up Thousand Suns unique heads and the plastic ones. I can count to 15. And I made sure of it. Or twos, just be armless. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Hint, hint. Do I need to get you some rotor cannons? All right. That's cool. That's fair. That's fair. Guys, I think I'm going to call it there today. I am tired and I'm hungry. So, I'm going to go eat. I am not going to be streaming tomorrow. So you guys have a nice day and a nice weekend. I will let you guys know about Sunday, whether I'm going to be on Sunday night or not. But yeah, I might just keep working on these when I can, and yeah, hopefully have some cool stuff to be ready to paint next week. We'll see. But you all have a wonderful day, and yeah, and I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.